Hey fashion lovers, welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be learning how to cut a free pant with elastic waistband and side pocket. And if this is what you want to learn, kindly stay tuned and watch to the end. And also, if today is your first time coming across my video, thanks for coming and watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. Here in my channel, we share tutorials and all things fashion for women and for kids. And if this is what you'll be interested in, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And to my returning subscriber, I really appreciate your love and support always. Thank you. Now let's go into alright, the first thing is to fold our fabric into two. So I've done that here and I've used my pin to hold that side. So I did it in such a way that the measurement there is okay to be enough for what we are doing. So you're working with your measurement. And the first thing after that is to take the length of the trouser that I wanted. So I don't want the plain part of the trouser to be showing on that side. So I will create a starting line at that area for us to be able to eliminate that. So which is what I'm doing here. The next thing is to take our horizontal measurement, which I'm taking the hip divided by 4 measurement, which is 9.25 or 9.5 thereabouts. So mark it and rule it across as you see it here. Okay, after marking your hip divided by 4, like I mentioned, you go up by 2 inches from there to form our hip line. So the first line that we measure first will be the crotch line, while this new one that I'm doing now is the hip line. So I've marked this straight line now, the starting line, the hip line and the crotch line. So I hope you understand what I did there. The next thing is to place the tape on the top and measure the length of the trouser. So I'm measuring it, then adding 0.5 inch for joining the waist and 1 inch for hemming the hem of the trouser. So just add the allowance you want at that area to make it up to the length we wanted. Okay, all right, another thing is that the length that you are marking, if you don't want your band to be added to the length separately, you can minus that band width from your normal length for trouser. So for this one, I'm doing the normal trouser length and I'm adding band separately. I just hope you understand what I explained now. And the next thing is on the top area, we measure our hip divided by 4 as well. Then we add 2 inches extra to it. That is allowance and an additional 1 inch. Okay, so hip divided by 4 plus 2 inch. So the 2 inch is 1 inch for allowance for sewing and another 1 inch for ease or just normal free pants. So I will take the measurement to the crotch line as well and I will mark it. So this is what I'm doing here. Just watch closely and rule it, connect the lines together like the way I'm connecting them together here. After connecting them together, the next thing is to extend our crotch line. So to extend our crotch line is our hip divided by 20. For this person I have 1.85, so I just mark 2 inches there. Then on the hip line I just go inward I come outward by 0.25. okay, I hope you understand what I do. So create that curve there. You can use your ruler or you use your free hand to connect the line to the line as you see me doing it here. All right, the next thing is to extend the line to the hem. So you can take your crotch line extension there to the hem line, or you just measure the lap you see on the person's body and add some. Enough is. So I'm using 11 inches at that area because this person is a size 6, and if it's too big it won't be, the person don't like it that way. So I'm using 11 inches straight down to the hem line. So that's what I did there. So you can take your home from the crotch extension to the hem line. So I just connect it straight using the ruler. Alright, the next thing is to add the necessary allowance before cutting it. So on the waist area I didn't add the allowance while taking the full length the other time, so I added 0.5 allowance around there. On the crotch line 0.5 and the other side I think 1 inch. So that's what I did there and I'll cut it out as you see it here. So the front piece is ready. Okay, the next thing is to cut for the back piece. So I fold the material into 2, then put the front piece on it. So after putting it, I make sure that I have enough space by the side and on the upper part. So make sure you have enough space there. So I will go up by 2 inches from the front as you see it on that crotch line, then extend the line 2 inches outward as well. 2 inches is okay for this size, and if you are a plus size you can use 2.5, maybe 50 inches hip upward. Okay, so the next thing is to come to the waist of the front. What measurement we have there, we slant our tape through places on the 2 inches we extend outward, and whenever the measurement gets to, I will mark it there. And I will use ruler to connect it, just like you see it here. I just hope you understand what I said now. So it's still the same waist measurement, then we place it wherever we have the measurement we have for the waist for the front. We place it like that, then we connect the line to that side as you see it here. So the next thing is to come to the crotch area as well and mark the 2 inches. So I will extend the crotch by 2 inches there. Then on the body, I will also extend it by 2 inches. So don't forget that we've already added allowance to the front piece, which means we don't need to add any allowance to the back again. Okay. Alright, so after we've done that, we come to the crotch line as well to create the crotch cuff. So on the crotch cuff, we also had 2 inches. We follow how it is on the front, then create the cuff like the way you see it here. So just use your free hand, or you can also use your ruler to create the cuff. Just maintain the 2 inches extension around it. Okay, the next thing after that is to come to the waist area. Don't forget how we got the waist area. We took the measurements and slant it. We took the front waist line, what we have there, we place it on the 2 inches we went up by, then mark it where we have it on it. So after getting that part, you mark it, then raise it up, then connect it to your hip line. Can you see that first line? The 2 inches we came up on the front, that first line is the hip line. So we raise it up, then connect it using our free hand to that side. So that means our back is ready like that. Okay, I hope you understand. Just rewatch if you don't get that part. So we can now cut from there. Alright, we are now sewing. The first thing is to place the right crotch on each other. This is for the front, so I place it right on right, then stitch it down. So this is what it looks like after I've stitched it down. I've done that for the back piece as well. I've stitched the crotch area, just place right on right and stitch it using 0.5 inches allowance that we left. Okay, and the next thing is to fold the front piece. We want to get the pocket side that is there, and to get it we need to fold it like this. Place it making sure they are aligned properly, then we can now cut the pocket mount. Right, to get the pocket mount, I'll come to this side. I'm really sorry this side is not showing, but you still later see it. So I marked it downward by pocket opening of 7. This is standard and it can contain any hand, no matter how wide your hand is. This is standard. So, and I will connect it together. So it is 3.5 width by 7 inches. So that's what I'm marking now. So you can either make it curve or you slant it, but according to what I'm doing, it is slanted in what I'm doing. Okay, so which is the style I'm following. And I will not cut it on, we are supposed to cut it like that after forming the shape, but I won't cut it like that. I will go up by 0.5, which I've marked. Then I will come inward by ½ inch as well from the pocket mount. You will still get what I'm saying when I show it very well in the next video. And this is what I mean. So can you see where I marked the 3.5? Then I did not cut it on that 3.5, I cut it on 3 inches. So I formed the slant to the 6.5 instead of 7 inches that I marked earlier. Please try and understand what I explained. And if you don't get it very well, you can drop it in the comment section or watch my other video. The link is up here. I have a video on a short where I did the same thing, and even that one has a fly at the front, fly with zip. So if you want to learn that one, you can as well go check it out. Okay, the next thing is to cut the pocket and pocket back. So this is what I have here. I have cut 4 pieces out. The length is 14 inches. Sorry about that. The length is 14 inches while the width is 8.5. So I have these 4 pieces cut out. So this is plain, and we will use 2 of it to cut the facing for the pocket. Why I'm saying that, you understand what I mean by that. So we are separating 2 out of the 4. Then the remaining 2, we will use it to cut the pocket mount that we cut on the pocket for the front. The one that we cut on the front piece. Okay, so match the 2 together, then bring your trouser the side where we cut the mouth of the pocket. So we place it on it, make sure it's balanced, then we trim it out. It's as easy as that. All right, now that we've cut that, the second two remaining, I'm not going to cut that one. That will be the covering for the back. You understand that when we are sewing it. Then I've gone ahead to cut a long strip for our band. The width is 5 inches and the length is the length on my waist round. Don't forget that it's not the actual waist. So I've measured what I have for my front and back piece, then added some allowance to it for the length of the strip that I cut. So the next thing is to sew the pocket, and to do that, the pocket mount that we trim out earlier, will bring it, match it to the front piece. So I'm doing it on both sides. So we want to sew the pocket to it, and we are using 0.5 inches allowance to sew that. So that's what we are doing here now. All right, so we stitch it on the other side as well. So after sewing it, this is what I have. The next thing is to top stitch. So just make sure you're joining the allowance inside is facing the facing that we cut. So you top stitch on that side. So this is what the both side is looking after I've sewn it together and I've top stitch. This, can you see how it look? The next thing is to bring the other one, which is the other two pieces that we didn't shape the mouth. So you see what I will do here now. So we place it behind it, and when we place it behind it, it's going to cover up for the pocket. You understand? So just watch closely what I'm doing. So place it, making sure that it's straight, and you align it like that. Use your pin to hold it properly. So this is how it's supposed to look after we are done with the whole thing. So that's the essence. And after placing it on it like this, we are going to just use your pin to hold it on the top. We are sewing it by the side. All right, so this is what you should have. So this is me on the machine. I've used pin to hold it by the side and the top, just to make sure it aligns and it's in place. So I will raise it up. This is how I'm stitching it. I'm stitching it using 1 inch from here and sewing it to the down part to the other side where the pocket opening started. Okay, you just need to follow how I use my hand to trace it. And the stitching is meant to stop at this side where this pocket mouth end. Okay, so just sew it and make sure it ends there. All right, I've done that on both sides, and the next thing is to hold it in place to the main front piece. So on the waistline, I will just stitch it down, tiny stitch, just to hold it in place. Okay, the pant is almost ready. The next thing now is to bring the back piece on top of the front so that we can stitch the crotch line and the side of the pant. So place your back on the front, then open it wide out and sew it using your allowance you left 1 inch by the side, and also I think I left ½ inch or 1 inch by the crotch area. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, so after joining them, the next thing, we can now measure the waist round and take the measurement and add maybe 2 inches extra to the waist length. So I think I arrive at 44. So that's the length of my strip, and the width is 5 inches. So we need to fold it into 2. So that's what happened for this strap. We are now joining the strap, and to do that, you know, we are putting elastic. So I'm using the 0.5 inches elastic, and I'm going to be creating hole for the elastic passage. So the 2 inches, you know, it's 2.5, the ½ inches to join to the waist, while the 2 inches I'm going to divide it in 3. So I will divide it in 3 in such a way that it will have enough space to pass through the elastic spacing. All right, so I've gone ahead to create the long stitch. Can you see? I've created 3 straight stitch. Okay, so that's what happened, and the passage left by each side will be for the elastic to pass through it. So the first thing I will do is to sew around the waist of my pant. So I'll fold it into 2, then look for the midpoint, mark the midpoint. Then after marking the midpoint, I will place it on the center front, and I will run the stitch around the waist, but I won't close it to the end. When I get to the back, I'm going to leave some space before the joining at the back. All right, the next thing is I've pinned it round the waist to the pants. The stitch where I stitch last, the last stitch will be the one I'm stitching around the waist, and the back I'm leaving it open with about some inches before I close it. So that's the elastic I'm passing through the hole. So to cut the elastic, I'm going to use the normal waist measurement for this person, then I'll minus 3 inches from it. That's what I'm going to cut into 3 to pass the elastic in the holes. Okay, right here I've gone ahead to pass through the elastic, and I've used pin to hold them in the other end, and these two ends I'm going to bring them together and stitch using the allowance. Then I will complete the waistband, and after doing that, the next thing is to just hem the pants. And that will be all for this video. I hope it's helpful. I hope you'll be trying it, and don't forget to like, to subscribe, to drop your comment, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.